Hi folks, welcome to another episode of Community Generated, and I'm going to get that request for you. Here it comes. Shout out goes to Dylan Baker. He goes, you should do a video on teams that should do a rebrand with their logo and uniforms. Well, I'll tell you what, Dylan, I'll do the logos. I'm not going to do the uniforms because this is not my thing. I'm not a big jerseys guy to start with, but they could all use a makeover. All these teams, I believe, okay? So I'm going to go from 10 up, who I think should change their logos, because I easily pulled out 10 that I think need new logos, 10 teams. So here comes number 10. And I'll get on this side. And Vegas, I don't know. This to me looks like anybody that watched Hercules as a kid my age can relate to that mask. Okay, that's what it looks like. It just looks like a cartoon mask. I've never been crazy. I don't like their logo. I just don't. I don't like the Vegas logo. I'm not crazy about it. It just isn't that nice of a logo. So I get it, the V on the helmet and all that, but they could have done better. They just could have done better. So Vegas for me comes in at number 10. Coming in at number 9, the Tampa Bay Lightning. And yes, I know, even with winning the Stanley Cups, I'm still kind of calling for some kind of a thing that doesn't look like Captain Marvel. You know, it looks like a comic book logo. It just looks like a kid logo, a little kid with Captain Marvel saying Shazam. That's what this looks like to me every time I see it. I've never been crazy about their logo. I think they could have done better. They could have went with a 3D look with real lightning bolts, not this look. Not the cartoon look. I just think they could. But I'm also one of those fans, I hate to see a logo change once a team's won Stanley Cups in them also. So I'd be on the fence with that being changed. So that comes in number 9. Number 8. And I know a lot of you guys like this logo. I don't. I just think the Colorado Avalanche logo, guys, looks like it was made by a 6-year-old. I just think it's not a nice logo. And I get it's the C and the A, and I don't know. I thought the Nordiques logo was a lot nicer. I don't like the colors. I never liked the maroon color that they adopted. But I'm glad they did. I'm glad they didn't use the Nordiques red. You know, I'm glad they went with the maroon. But I just don't like this logo. It doesn't even look like snow to me. That looks like ribbons, white ribbons. It's not a good looking logo, I think. I think they could do better than this. And I hope whoever designed that logo didn't make a fortune, because they shouldn't have, really. I could come up with something better than that on my own. So the Avalanche have to make this list for me at number 8. Number 7. Never been crazy about this logo, guys. Minnesota Wild, and it's kind of cool. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. I don't like the red. Okay, when they came out with that, what do you call those jerseys they came out with last year? Those retro jerseys that were retros that never existed before last year. Anyway, those jerseys, when they came out with the yellow one, that was cool looking. This I don't like. I find that the red, green, and yellow just clash. I don't like it. I never have. But anything is better than those awful. They were the worst jerseys in hockey. When they had those red Christmas tree jerseys with the little mini logo, the logo looked this big, guys. It looked that big with a word mark around it. It was horrible. But at least they got smart and said, you know what? This is ugly. Like, at least they were smart enough. This one's not so bad, really. I still would like to see them get rid of any red on their jersey, because I see Minnesota as a gold and green team, not a gold, red, and green team. Just my opinion. All right, coming in at number 6. The Dallas Stars really botched this one up, guys. We don't need to see a letter D in the middle. We know who they are just by the stars before. I don't like it. I think it was, and I don't like the mint green. It looks like something you would do in art class. Don't like it. Don't like the colors. I think they will eventually get rid of this jersey. So don't buy it. Don't waste your time buying it. This isn't going to last. Eventually they're going to wise up and get rid of this jersey. All right, number 5. Columbus, guys. I've never liked it. I just never liked this logo. I'm not crazy about it. The logo I do like is the cannon with those cream color, very vintage looking jerseys. Their third jersey, you know the one I'm talking about, the cannon. That's a sharp looking jersey. This logo, it looks like a cartoon again. I just don't like it. I don't. But I love the cannon one. That is absolutely, out of all the teams, when it comes to their like third jersey, I like them the best. I do. Although I'd put up an argument this year because we brought back the GOAT, but you guys know what I mean. I would say that their third jersey, if they went with that as their normal jersey, that's awesome. But this thing, get rid of it. Get rid of it. That's why it's in my top 5 most hated logos. Number 4. Yes, poor Arizona. My God. I hate to pick on poor Arizona for any reason, but this is a horrible logo, folks. This is horrible. Like, who designed this thing? I don't know who designed this, but it's terrible. It's terrible. And for those of you that find this good somehow, I don't know what to tell you, because everybody, when they first seen this thing come out, said, what is that? And just because it was around for so many years, you got used to it and you like it now, maybe. But this is, for me, guys, a terrible logo. It just is. I much prefer the Howling Coyote than this. This looks like something a 4-year-old made. It's horrible. All right, top 4. Sorry, that we were at number 4, right? All right, yeah, right. Now we're at number 3. Here it is. Yeah, the Hurricanes logo sucks, guys. It just does. It does. It's an ugly logo. It's terrible. It's awful. It's everything you want to say about a logo. Thank goodness they're thinking of going with their flag logo, the warning flag logo, but even that one's not that nice. I wish they would get it together with a logo, Carolina, because they're such a damn good hockey team, and they become a stable franchise, but when it comes to their look, they've always had issues with their look, you know? And that's just not a nice logo. It's just not. Carolina fans might like it, but outside of Carolina, I can't see many fans saying, no, the Hurricanes, that's a nice logo. Can't see it. So they come in for me at number 3 as the worst logo. That all these I would change if I could, if I had the power to. Number 2. Yeah, the Anaheim Duck sucks. That's not a nice one either. I much preferred the word mark when it said Ducks. I much preferred that. But why not just bring back the Mighty Duck, you know? Just bring it back, you know, with the mask and the angry look from the Disney one. Bring it back. It's much nicer than this thing. I don't know why they went with this look. Even when they had the word mark and they won the Stanley Cup with it, they got rid of it and used this, which to me makes no sense at all. It just doesn't. It's a horrible logo. And the colors are terrible too. They've got to do something about it. I think they'll bring back their original jerseys eventually, but maybe in a slightly different color. But I think that logo right there that you're seeing is doomed. It's not. They're not going to keep it. And without a doubt, this is number 1. Yeah, the Winnipeg Jets, folks, is it's horrible. It's horrible. The Winnipeg Jets, you know, and they're just their logo is just so bad. It's just so bad. Oh, I better stand here. Well, I'll take it down. The Winnipeg Jets logo, guys, is just so. It's just so bad. I think that this is kind of like when we messed up with the Slug. They've kind of messed up with this logo, and they're going to eventually bring back, I'm sure they're going to bring back the original logo with the hockey stick saying Jets. They're going to bring it back because that was such a cool logo compared to this thing. This thing's awful. I remember when they first brought it out, I said, no, they're not going to do this. Tell me they're not going to do this. You know, they can't be thinking they're not going to use this, you know. And then they announced they're going to use it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, why not bring back your old logo? You know, it'd be like if the Nordiques come back and don't use their old logo again. Use it. Don't go to some funky new look, you know, like that Winnipeg has done. And that horrible jersey with the baby blue and it says Jets. And oh my goodness, they need to get somebody in there that takes the person that makes all these decisions, says, you're out, you're gone, we're getting rid of you, and bring back the old jersey, upgrade it a bit somehow, but not too much where the logo loses its identity. Because that logo, for me, that Winnipeg logo has no identity like the old one does, just the way I see it. So I think that is it. I just want to double check if I put anything else there I wanted to talk about, because sometimes I do that. And nope. All right, so that looks like it's it, Dylan. That's it. So there you go. Those are the 10 I would chuck and start over. clean the whiteboard and start again and come up with other ideas, because those 10 logos all need rebrands, in my opinion. That's it for tonight, guys. See you tomorrow. Have a good one.